Yo, today is August 19th. We're on pages 38 and 39. It's the leisure article, and dude, our article is so cool today. A tiny egg that is more than a toy. Bros, we are talking about Tamagotchi. Let's go.
没错，我们今天这个休闲小站的主题呢，讲一个非常非常有趣的。那我们在这个高中、大学的年代呢，曾经有红过一段时间，在1997、1996那段时间。然后呢，现在最近，然后大概是在近一两年吧，你可能有机会到 Uniqlo。或者是在 Seven 有机会买到这个东西，到底是什么呢？就是我们这个地方看到的电子鸡，不只是玩具，连结人心的电子鸡哦。
电子鸡, I like that name. I didn't know the Chinese before this article. Okay, so from digital pet to global trend. In the 1990s, when I was in high school, these were like the coolest thing for girls. Girls had them, and I remember looking at them, and it really was interested, but you had to take care of them all the time. And if it was going beep, beep, beep in your classroom, your teacher was going to be mad at you. And they weren't really expensive, but they did cost money, and I didn't have money in high school, so I never got one, but I was always interested. So I'm really excited that Tamagotchi are back, that we could talk about them. And I said, dude, I'm not going to buy one of these. But they showed me a bunch of pictures, and I'm probably gonna buy one.
我们劝败成功啊！我们刚刚在这个前面开始拍录影之前呢，我们就是给他看说，最近有这个几款的很棒的，对不对？好 ，Seven 可以买得到，还有那个嘎基德亚茄子袋，有没有台湾的 LV 袋？然后你看起来觉得好酷哦。本来呢，老师说我应该不会买这种东西吧，就看一看的时候，哇，不行了，钱要不跟我了，可能要去买了。那我们在讲到这个主题的时候，很多人你如果说有玩过电子鸡的话，你会知道说 you have to take care of it。All the time， 无时无刻，他要你陪玩、喂他吃东西，然后哄他睡觉什么，它有很多不同的功能。我们来看看，他说 From digital pet to global trend， 他故意用这个 digital 形容词变名词 to global trend， 还有一个对称的感觉，从电子宠物到全球潮流。
All right, let's take a listen to our story, and when we come back, we got paragraph 1.
A tiny egg that is more than a toy. While the Tamagotchi is a small electronic toy, its influence on popular culture has been surprisingly large. It was first rolled out in 1996 by the Japanese company Bandai, and it quickly became a hit. At that time, many teenagers, especially girls, were drawn to its simple but interesting idea. Instead of playing a traditional game, users had to care for a virtual pet inside the small device. This created strong emotional connections between players and their digital pets. Although the device had only a few buttons and a basic screen, the gameplay was not easy at all. Users needed to feed, clean, and play with their pets regularly, or the pets might become sick. Because the game could not be paused, players had to stay responsible throughout the day. Many students even brought their devices to school, which kept them from staying focused during classes. As time passed, new versions introduced more features, such as color screens. Later models also allowed the virtual pets to connect and interact with each other. With over 100 million units sold around the world, the toy has proven how popular it is. Its success shows that even a simple toy can have lasting value when people feel connected to it.
Okay, friends, don't forget to always have your pens and pencils to write down in your magazine. You're gonna remember a lot better. While the Tamagotchi is a small electronic toy, its influence on popular culture has been surprisingly large. So, an electronic toy means it has a battery, and if you take out that battery, it doesn't work anymore. And your influence means you have a power to affect others. And I will tell you, when I think of the 1990s, especially the late 1990s, Tamagotchi is one of those like fads. It shows up, it's really popular for like 10 minutes, and then nobody talks about it anymore. It is an iconic part of 90s pop culture.
没错，老师刚刚提到一个重要的字叫做 fad。F-A-D, fad. You're talking about trend or fashion. 如果说今天谈到 fad 的话，是那种很快一下子出现，一下子就消失的。可是我记得在97年的时候，还有另外一个东西叫做葡式蛋挞，就是葡萄牙的那种egg tart。好，非常
really? In Taiwan?
Taiwan， 然后到后来就是突然之间很多葡式蛋挞，然后大家开始疯狂开那个蛋挞店，然后突然之间就开始大家就不吃蛋挞了。
Was that from 1997?
I think yes. It's
Okay.
about the same time.
Okay.
Yeah. 所以到后来有点像是那种郁金香那个 Tulip Mania。Yeah， 就是它突然一阵热潮，然后突然就过了。这个叫做 fad, F-A-D, fad， 热潮、风潮是一下就过的那种时尚潮流。所以这边我们来看一下第一句话，他说 while， 看到 while 知道他要讲两件事情。While the Tamagotchi, or sometimes you hear people say Tamagotchi， 两种都可以。
Yeah, Tamagotchi. We're going to say Tamagotchi, but most people because we're using more casual pronunciation, Tamagotchi is the more casual everyday pronunciation.
没错，所以他今天谈到说，虽然电子鸡呢 ，it's a small electronic toy， 老师刚刚提到 electronic 就是电子的，如果今天你把电池拿掉，它就不能用了，这叫 electronic。Its influence， 它的影响力 on popular culture， 它对这种流行文化影响力呢 has been surprisingly large。它呢虽然是小小的电子玩具，但它的影响对流行文化影响却是非常的大，一个小一个大，来做一个对比。
It was first rolled out in 1996 by the Japanese company Bandai, and it quickly became a hit. So, man, there are so many weird pop culture angles I want to talk about, but we'll just stick with it was first rolled out. So it first came out in 1996 in the late 90s by Bandai. Bandai are the guys that do Gundam. So when you think about the giant robot, for I think Taiwan, that's the most famous thing from Bandai. For me, when I think Bandai Namco Pac-Man.
就是那个小精灵，有没有？还会嘎嘎嘎嘎嘎一直吃东西的。
Cool.
Yeah， 所以在这边的话，这句话说 ，It was first rolled out。Rolled out 就是 introduced， 好，它是首次呢，在1996年的时候被这个推出了，对不对？好 ，by the Japanese company Bandai or Bandai， 好，它是这个万代这家日本公司推出的新商品 ，and it quickly became a hit。突然一推出呢，就大获好评。风靡全球突然之间影响力很多，大家都买一台，这个样你可以说 became a hit。hit 就是很热门的事物。
Cool. At that time, many teenagers, especially girls, were drawn to its simple but interesting idea. Instead of playing a traditional game, users had to care for a virtual pet inside the small device.
没错，所以在这边在当时 at that time, many teenagers 好多青少年 especially girls 尤其是女孩子呢 were drawn to something. When you say be drawn to something 就是被什么东西给吸引，被拉过去的那种感觉。draw 本来是拉的意思嘛，然后就这时候你就被吸引过去 to its simple but interesting idea. 虽然简单，这个概念很简单，但是又很有趣。Instead of playing a traditional game, 不像是去玩那种传统的游戏 users had to care for a virtual pet inside the small device. 我们来看到 care for 就是 take care of 去照顾一个 a virtual pet 是一个虚拟的宠物，然后这个虚拟宠物住在哪里呢？ inside the small device 在这个小小的 electronic toy 里面，这个 electronic device 也就是我们说的电子设备。
Okay, everybody, please underline instead of.And then we want to draw a little arrow, 小箭头 from of to playing. And then you want a little ta-ta, a little X next to it, because after instead of, we don't want that. So we're not playing a traditional game. Think of something like Mario, right? You run left to right. That's a very traditional game. This one, you want to feed your toy. You want to feed your little Tamagotchi guy. You want to play with it. Like, it's not a very traditional game. It's very, very different than what we think of as especially traditional old school games. I remember my big sister she had to be in early high school. I was a little kid. She's much older than me. She had to take care of an egg. Now Tamagotchi will learn means like egg, whatever thing. And she had to take care of an egg. So she was given a partner and they had to take care of an egg. They had to color it and draw it and give it a name. And they had to take care of it for like a month. And if you broke the egg, like you got like a bad grade because like you killed your baby.
Wow.
So they had to like take care of it and describe the thing and you had to change it and like they had to make like little napkins. I remember as a little kid thinking this was fun. And dude, I'm not sure I would have been good at this as a teenager because taking care of a little egg is very tricky. This one, you have a little electronic egg.
没错，所以老师刚刚提到他这个大姐，他大姐呢，在他还比较小的时候，他大姐可能学校有一个这种作业吧，就说你跟你的朋友2个人要轮流照顾一颗蛋。然后这个蛋呢，你要帮它涂好颜色，然后取个名字，然后像照顾小 baby 一样啊。如果不小心打破，你要天天带着它。不小心打破的时候，你觉得我真的是很不会照顾人啊，太糟糕了。老师觉得说自己好像也不是那种很会照顾动物的。但这个地方他提到说 take 这个 care for 或者 take care of 就是照顾。如果你今天照顾一个虚拟宠物的话，说不定有意外的一些那种有趣的地方。
This created strong emotional connections between players and their digital pets.
好，他就告诉你说 this 这件事情 created strong emotional connections. 好，这个 connections 就是连结 ，emotional connections 就是指情感的连结。那什么样的情感连结呢 ？Between players and their digital pets， 好，就变成是这个玩家呢跟他的电子宠物，因为这样子要照顾它，就会产生一种很强的这种情感连接。不行，我不能去睡觉，我还要记得喂我的电子鸡啊！洗澡的时候电子鸡在叫了，我得要去陪它玩之类的。
Yeah, it was very needy. It needed lots of attention. So, Anthony, did you have a Tamagotchi?
No, I wanted to have one. But I didn't have money at that time.
Yeah, I was the same way. I was interested in it, but you needed to take it to school. And I know my teachers would have killed me if this thing was going off in class. So I did not get one. Also, I mean, I had to pay for all of that stuff myself if I wanted it. Yeah. And I know my mom and dad were not going to give me $20 American for this thing. So I did not have one. But I always thought they were pretty cute and pretty fun. It's a fun little idea. All right. So very quickly, so the creator of Tamagotchi came from a 30-year-old office lady. She wanted a pet that wouldn't bark, meow, poop, or need expensive vets. And so she had this idea she could, like, you could just take it with it, and then it died, and that was the end.
Yeah， 没有错。所以呢，当初这个制造者他有这个想法的时候，其实是来自于Bandai他的那个里面有一个员工，她30几岁的女生她呢就是想到一个说我要创造一个宠物，她呢不会制造噪音，不会 bark， 不会喵，然后呢也不会大便，然后基本上你还是可以照顾它，但如果说今天没有好好照顾它死掉了，也不会是真的这种生命死掉，他就有一个这样的想法。后来我去查了一下，发现到说他是因为有一次看到了一个这个小朋友牵着他的那个宠物乌龟在路上走，他想到说，这个 idea 不错，要去找一个很好照顾，但是照顾起来如果没照顾好死掉也不会太伤心的一种方式。
Yeah, okay, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we got paragraph 2. Okay, friends, welcome back to Enjoy English School. We're on pages 38 and 39, and we're talking about the incredible 90s fad, the digital pet turned global trend called Tamagotchi. And it's back. You know, I see seemingly overnight, everybody is wearing 90s fashion. Big shirts, big pants, like I wore in high school.
Yeah.
And now all the young people are wearing that. Now, Anthony, I need to ask you, dude.
Yeah.
So in the 90s, the young people wanted to dress like they were from the 1960s. So jump 30 years ago or 30 years in the past, right?
Yeah.
Now, people today want to jump 30 years in the past and want to wear clothes that we wore when we were in high school.
Yeah.
Does that make you feel old or very old?
哎呀，这个中文有讲一句话叫流行复古嘛，所以有的时候你会说，如果你要跟上最新的潮流，你去翻老奶奶的衣服衣柜，你把它拉出来穿上，就是最新的潮流了，对不对？
You make me so mad saying it that way.
所以说，今天老师就问我说啦，说，如果说今天看到这些小朋友穿着你在可能20-30年前穿的那种觉得很酷的衣服，让你觉得哦，我觉得我又重新变得年轻了，还是你觉得说啊自己很老了？我觉得我变得年轻了。
Oh, so my 家教小朋友, so I taught them for a long time. Then they lived in America and they came back and they were like, "Oh, Chris, seeing you again," and they were like, "Dude, the 90s are so cool." This is a few years ago in America. They're like, "Dude, in America, the 90s are so cool. Chris, they know my pictures from the 90s. I'm wearing the big pants and the big shirt, super 90s, right?" And they're like, "Chris, do you still have your 90s clothes? Please give them to us." And I was like, "Oh, these okay, you little monsters."
Oh my goodness.
They wanted my old clothes so bad, and I just wanted to throw them. Anyways, no, it made me feel shocked that this was happening to me, but I thought it was really funny. They wanted to wear my old clothes and stuff, and it is true. They do dress like I was in high school.
Cool.
All right, although the device had only a few buttons and a basic screen, the gameplay was not easy at all, especially like Gen 1. Like it was designed to be like a very needy baby.
所以是第一代的话特别难伺候。我们来看这句话，他说 ，Although the device had only a few buttons， 好，它只有几个按键，我觉得2-3个按键而已吧。And a basic screen， 非常很基本的那种萤幕，对不对 ？The gameplay was not easy at all。好，虽然你看起来结构简单，造型简单，然后几个按键，但是玩起来可一点都不容易哦。
Yeah, that's right. It had that LCD screen, and just when it moved, you could see the ghost of it.
Yeah. 还有残影这样。
Yeah, real old school. Users needed to feed, clean, and play with their pets regularly, or the pets might become sick, and they got sick really easily. If you slept with the lights on, or it wanted to sleep and your lights were on, you had to turn off your light, because if it slept with your light on, it got sick. If you didn't clean up its poo-poo fast enough, it got sick. It got sick so easy.
Yeah, 没错。所以今天你看到要做的事情很多。Users needed to feed， 要喂它 ，clean， 然后喂完了大便要清干净 ，and play with their pets regularly。而且你还要陪玩哦。他说：“我好无聊，陪我玩。”你就要陪他玩，然后你开始玩一下。他说：“好，我要睡了，你不要再陪我玩了。”反正一切都是他来决定你的作息。Or the pets might become sick， 不然他就生病给你看。所以老师刚刚讲说，我平常习惯开灯睡觉，可是如果说你的电子鸡放在灯下面，他觉得开灯我睡不着，我好难过，你就要把灯关了，这样不然他又生病给你看，然后生病一阵子不照顾的时候，他就死给你看。
Your mom opens you're like, "Why are the lights off in your room? You should be doing homework." Like, "Mom, my Tamagotchi needs to sleep." Turn on the light.
把灯打开，然后做功课。
That's right. Mom would be really angry because the game could not be paused. Players had to stay responsible throughout the day. Now, look at my hands here. So I said paused. Sometimes, especially when you're playing a game and you can't really talk, or maybe the referee or official's far away, you'll do this. And this means pause.
没错，就是 pause.
Did Taiwanese do that?
Yeah, do that. Or maybe like this.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, 没错。所以说今天要暂停的时候，你就可以做这样的事情，或者像老师这样子，好，用这样的方式去做。他就说了 ，because the game could not be paused， 这个游戏可是不能暂停的哦。所以 players had to stay responsible throughout the day。好，一整天的话呢，基本上你的这个玩家都必须要全天候的尽责照顾你的电子鸡。
Many students even brought their devices to school, bad idea, which kept them from staying focused during classes because it would start to beep. Now, I don't know how you feel. In my classroom, sometimes because my moms and dads can sit in my classroom while I teach, I'm happy they're there, if I'm being honest. Sometimes their cell phone rings. Sometimes the kids forget to turn off their cell phone. A lot of teachers get really angry at this. Listen, people make mistakes. If it happens 2 or 3 times, I'm going to scold you. But if it happens once, like, come on, man, turn it off. Come on.
Yeah.
Or I'll make a joke. Answer it. Dude, answer it right now. And just like see what they do.
Yeah.
But if that thing is beeping all the time, I'm like, come on, dude, you gotta do something, right? Be responsible. And unfortunately, your Tamagotchi is going to be noisy. It's really loud, long, noisy beeps. You can't ignore it.
没错，这个哔哔哔声音很响，
Yes.
所以他这边告诉你说了，他说 many students even brought their devices to school， 他们还甚至带到学校，学校全天候照顾啊，对不对？然后逗号后面也说 which kept them from staying focused during classes， 他们这样就没办法专心上课，动不动就看，哎，我电子机现在要我干嘛？而且他那个哔哔声没有办法关掉，所以到后来如果只要哔的一声的时候，大家就会知道说，哦，他电子机叫了。其实对老师来讲是很干预上课进行的。
Yeah, that's no good. Okay, with that, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we got paragraph 3. Okay, friends, welcome back to Enjoy English School. We're talking about Tamagotchi, a tiny egg that is more than a toy. From digital pet to global trend. Dude, this is so 90s. I love it. As time passed, new versions introduced more features such as color screens, which I think is overrated.
啊，其实觉得就是没有那么好，言过其实。When you say something is overrated, that means 没有人们想象中那么好。
Yeah, it's good. Don't get me wrong, it's good, but not that good. Like the black and white one was still really fun.
Yeah, 没错。所以当你今天提到 overrated, something is overrated， 指的是过誉了。虽然不错，但是没有你说的这么赞，这么厉害。所以这边他提到说 as time passed， 好，随着时间慢慢推移到现在 ，new versions introduce more features。新版本呢，它有更多的特色，更多的功能。Features 这个地方可以指的是特色或者是功能 ，such as color screens。好，他们现在有彩色萤幕。我们刚刚之前讲到这个 LCD 的这种黑白萤幕，还有残影，对不对？现在变彩色的话，其实看起来是蛮舒服的，但也没有多厉害这样。
Later models also allowed the virtual pets to connect and interact with each other.
所以你看这句话说 ，later models 好，后面的这些型号呢 ，also allowed the virtual pets 可以让这些虚拟宠物 to connect。And interact with each other， 好，彼此可以互动。比方说，我买了电子鸡，他买了电子鸡，我们可以让两只鸡互相聊天玩，好，就我们不用陪他玩，他们两个自己会去玩，我们就是负责看他们两个连接这样子。所以这个地方提到的 connect 就是连接 ，and interact with each other 就是彼此互动 ，act 是行动。Inter 是什么什么之间的 ，so we have interact 就是互动的意思。
With over 100 million units sold around the world, the toy has proven how popular it is. Its success shows that even a simple toy can have lasting value when people feel connected to it.
好，所以整句话就告诉你说了，你看全世界，你看 with over 100 million units sold， 好，全世界卖了1亿台 around the world， 全世界哦。The toy has proven， 它已经证明了一件事情 ，how popular it is， 它受欢迎的程度。Its success shows that 它成功的程度呢，也让我们知道说 ，even a simple toy， 即便是小小简单的这种玩具呢 ，can have lasting value， 它有一个非常长远的这种影响力。When people feel connected to it， 当今天人们跟它产生这种情感上连结的时候，它也能产生恒久的价值哦。
All right, with that, we are out of time, but we got even more of this story, and we got some fun facts tomorrow. Until then, for Enjoy English School, I am Chris Gorski.
I'm Anthony.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.